Another year is dawning in Manor Lords. People are putting away their winter clothes and yeah, get some cheery tone out there because the birds are coming back and the snow is melting. And with that, we continue onwards with a very busy episode that is, because we got a lot of things to plan and do right away. One of them is I need to plan my first conquest, right? And for that, we will also need to plan my military a bit better there. So in this case here, we got 1,600 influence right now rolling, and we need to consider where we are expanding in this episode because I really want to push this. And we got two options for that available. That is Mandlach down here, and that is Trümmerhöhe, actually it's called, over here. Both of them have an advantages, but only one of them is actually viable for me. And you know what it is? Of course it is this territory here, where we got a player rolling right now. This player, unfortunately, or fortunately for us, is dead, more or less, right? So they never recovered from the bandit raids, and they're pretty much stuck here anyway, so I'm not expecting much resistance coming out of this. And in this case here, they got the stone, and they got a rich stone deposit. And we do need a lot of stone, because stone has been overhauled a bit with the next industry zone, that is now the stonemason station that produces then rough stone and dressed stone, and we're gonna need that for a castle production. Or construction, you might call it. So that's the primary thing. Also, we got some hunting here, right? It's not a lot, but it's a bit of things that we can do here. The rest I don't care so much about. And when we also look at farming, it got some nice fertile ground for rye, especially. Also for flax, not. So flax is still something that I will not get that in that high quantity, but at least the rye is there. And barley, as expected, is also rather bad. If flax is bad, barley usually comes with it too. Off I go and prepare a few more, and that is getting rid of this bandit camp here. I don't know why there's no one spawning. So there should have been someone spawning here, but okay, that's it. Let's just loot it and get the... We have the option now, once again, to get with the regional wealth or put it into my treasury. I'm gonna go in ahead and take it into my treasury this time around because I've spent a lot on getting my retinue up there again. Let's move them a bit because I really, really want to get some influence. Finally, we got another clash. A little skirmish, you might call it. It's really not that much more. They're barely taking any damage from archers when they're shooting from the front, right? Because they can just hide or block or whatever. So the real damage comes in once they're engaged in combat and you can actually start flanking them. Then they basically have no chance, really. We also have, of course, an upgraded retinue, so this is always just something to admire. There it is, already broken. 2,000 influence we have with that. What I wanted. Let's loot the bandit camp. And with that, we can now claim this territory here with our influence, 2,000 it is, but I'm expecting at least some resistance. I have no idea at this point if there's also some outer forces coming in. So let's get my troops back home, replenish them, and then we go for the advance. And before we do that, well, we do have some time to, do some other things here that we want. First of all, I want to check my finances. And that is specifically my trading, because I want to see what kind of resources are selling well for us. So it's the bows. Primarily, as we can see, that's 1,200 we make, almost. And also the shields are starting now to roll in, right? Not that many so far, but it's coming. We are spending, or we are actually also still selling some tools, which is great, right? Because they're actually also a bit valuable there to us. Though we can check it out, right? We sell the tools. I mean, look at that. Okay, it's 3 coin on the export, whereas the iron ore we import with 11 coin. Now, it's not exactly 1-to-1, right? I don't really know the right ratio, but we're definitely making a lot more tools than we consume in iron. So I think we can keep that surplus trade available there a bit. Onwards to the next thing, and we have the workforce to finally also start exploring this clay pit here. I haven't done this yet, and clay is actually quite valuable and gives you lots of juicy things. We need a mining pit for that gets it done. It needs to be placed right on top of it. Let's place it so that we cannot keep the trees there, because I really don't want to delete the trees. There you go, nice and easy. And get this road over here. There's the connection then, and we could probably also make a connection. Let's not have one there. Right, there's the connection to get the mining pit going. Beside the mining pit, we'll also need an industry for that, and that's a clay furnace. And this one here refines the clay then into roof tiles. And those roof tiles we are going to need for upgrading buildings to the next tiers. Let's get the clay furnace once again into my smelly area. Somewhere over here. And yes, I know it's on the other side of the town, right? But that's just, you know, that's the deposit. I cannot move the deposit around, but I'm also not gonna have any kind of... Okay, you know what? Actually, it makes sense to have this one here too. I can see how this works together. So let's actually have my roof tiler here, right? So there you go. These are together here. A little camp, because both of them are only temporary, right? Let's get rid of the construction there again. Both of them are temporary, because once we're running out of clay and we only have 115 available, we also don't need the furnace anymore. So it's a little temporary camp over here set up that produces me roof tiles. I'm expecting a couple hundreds out of them. That should be enough for the rest of the game. Now, I reckon with the amount of shoes, look at my ale as well as the 70, we got 50 shoes and 40 leather. We do have enough goats for now to make all of this work. Of course, we could... Oh, a band of raider was seen somewhere down here. Oh yeah, a new camp appeared just there. Shouldn't be a big problem to me. It's on the other side of the map though. Always gotta be very careful that they're not spawning too closely to us though. Oh, okay. It's more raiders this time around. It's a full force of raiders coming into the map from outside. And we'll just see where they're marching to. Hopefully towards my opponent. By the way, let's look at the most prosperous opponent that we have right now. Oh, there's more. Oh, wow. There's another one appearing. That's a bigger force here right now. Do we need to set up new soldiers? Because we still have the shield. We have the spear. I could go for another spear militia, after all. And I think I'm going to do this. Yep. Let's set them up. So if we go, we have now 2 full melee units then. The retinue and the archers that we can flank units with. It's a lot though. It doesn't look like they're marching towards this guy here right now. It looks like they're marching around the lake to us. We'll just see. And he's got, of course, he's got a rich iron deposit. A lucky bastard, that is. And yeah, he's got himself a nice little town there, even with a tavern and a storehouse. That mining pit has been finished. Let's assign now a family to this. They're now cutting away the stone. And then... this one takes a bit longer. The clay furnace needs the logs. Can we actually dismend already? No. I'm lacking a bit of workforce right now because we got still the archers raised. There you go. And the retinue takes a bit more time. I love the atmosphere in this game. It's so calming, beautiful, and atmospheric. Really well done on this. She alone has to build it. Gonna take some time. They're now busy with the clay that we need out of this ground. We still need one more stone. Do we not have that? He's bringing it in right now, right? Someone? There you go. Clay furnace finished. Let's assign a family to that. This should be enough now. Right, one family for that, one family for that. Producing roof tiles for us. Things are getting a bit nasty right now, it seems. There is another band of raiders appearing. Okay, they're gonna destroy them. Really, they're gonna destroy the next opponent. Where's the massive force? It disappeared. Yeah, they disappeared. They're in the forest somewhere here, I guess. And there's another force. Actually, I think that's the force, right? That we were looking for. And yeah, they're once again gonna set this village aflame. So unfortunately, that is a huge downside. The opponents do not fight back. They just let themselves get looted and set ablaze. It's another slaughterhouse, as he's also going up in flames. It's still nice to see, nice to watch. Cozy. If I had a sausage with me, we could actually also grill it. I love the destruction of the buildings themselves though, how they are falling apart, collapsing step by step, the way they've been built, right? It's just a reverse animation as they're falling down. Back to my own town, I would like to continue with my next industries here, and I've decided something, and that is that we need more goats. Not because we need more leather or we need more shoes for my population, but because I want to sell it, right? We can make an export industry out of shoes, and the more the merrier. Because I will also need to start importing stone pretty soon, unfortunately. It's just you need that in high quantity, and that is something we don't have. What do we need so much stone? Well, for upgrading all the different buildings that we have, they all need the new construction materials. Also, there's mortar. That is something that needs then stone. And also, of course, to build a proper castle. And in this case here, the manor that we have right now, we can start with it. It's a dangerous world, so I would like to start with the basic defenses. But upgrading this one here to the next level will require a lot of stone. We start with a wooden castle though. That we can have then. So I'm probably going to start with having it somewhere here, right? You definitely want to have a proper distance. Then I'm going up here, overlooking perhaps the cliffs. I think this could look nice. And then going back down here, making the connection there, right? Having a nice big area for this. And this will cost me 80 planks. That's actually quite affordable. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this right away. There you go. I'm also gonna move the main building to the side over there, a bit further away. And what is also really cool is about this one now that we got a second level for the castle, right? So we can select it, look at that, and we can level it up. That is new, entirely new feature. This will cost me then a lot of dressed stone, right? But it also looks more proper. You can do the same thing then for the wall, so that you can have a proper stone wall coming out of that. Beautiful to see. Just to give you an idea how it could also look, like this would be the full 2 upgrade and tier 2 upgrade, and we can add even more towers to the whole thing. This is just a really cool thing, by the way, and I can't wait to see how or what kind of stuff we can make then out of all of this here. By the way, these are not, they don't seem to be limited anymore to 1, right? So that was the case before, as far as I know. But you can make some really cool castles. Unfortunately, the costs are just totally insane to me right now. So we will have to just go with the tier 1. I'm going to move this one a bit further to the back now, right? Because you definitely want to have this one a bit more central. You need to have a space for the retinue. And we got then this nice wall here with a gate coming in. We could also still add some modest towers. A tax office might be something that I would like to add. So let's go ahead and have a tax office somewhere over here at the edge of it. You can only have 1, right? And then we can also have some smaller towers that we can add. Like I could have 1 here. Well, 10 logs is definitely not something that I would like to afford right now for just 1 single crappy tower. So we're not going to do this. But I think I'm going to stick around with this basic formation here. That tree should disappear, right? Once we kind of like build this one here, once we commit this. And already that with the gate costs me quite a bit. And by the way, we can just safely move this one a bit further over, like so. I love how flexible this is, and to keep it a bit central there, right? Let's move it like so. And this one probably needs to go a bit further up here to the north, closer to the cliffs. There you go, right? So that we can make some proper thing out of this one once it comes to it. Once we have the stone, that is. Before I do too much around here now, let's construct this. This is already going to cost me 85 planks, 11 logs, and also 15 stone. And it's going to take quite some time. And what we definitely will also need to do is that I will need to put the... Wait a second, where do we have my lumber camp? Over there. What I'm gonna do is real quick, I'm gonna cut away the logs here, because of course it doesn't make a lot of sense to have a castle surrounded by trees. This gives attackers ample opportunity of hiding. Alright, so let's just get rid of all the trees. We might plant some singular trees here and there for ornamental decorations, but that's it. Another thing I would like to focus on right away is upgrading a few of the new buildings that we get. So Tavern Level 2 is new, that came with the update, and we actually have all of the resources available for that. Let's go ahead and upgrade the Tavern to Tier 2. Can't wait to see how it looks. Hopefully that's not the final shape. We'll just see. Definitely increases density of what I can see here right now. Gonna take some time getting the logs, the planks, and especially the stone over. This, once again, yeah, brings me to the stone. We're really down on that now. Rubblestone 26. Let's have a quick look at my trader and check it out, how much rubblestone costs me. 11 coin. It's affordable, but it would be stupid, right? It would be really stupid to actually push this. It's a lot of coin. We already import the iron ore. So, I think it's finally time to wage war on my opponents. I mean, it's like you're beating a dead horse already, but we'll just see how it goes. By the way, once again, we just have to enjoy it real quick. I love it. I love it when the clouds are hanging so low there to the ground. It's beautiful. Now, in this case here, what do we have to do? Gone down here and we claim this area now with the 2000 influence that we have, and this opens up a claim. Now, once this claim runs out, basically nothing will happen if I'm not having any troops in here. So we need to get going and raise all my troops. By the way, I would like to probably customize my retinues again. Something I cannot do. Give me my retinue. Oh, wait a second. Can we actually rally them? Okay, we can rally them at least, because we cannot customize them because the manor is under construction right now. At least we can rally them. Alright, the gauntlet has been thrown. Oh, they're actually fighting back. Okay. Okay. Let's hope that this is not turning into a disaster on my end. Hope not. I've spent all my influence on this. Let's rally the troops. All the peeps are coming in. There you go. My peons, and let's move them down. It's actually a really short walk, right? It's just around the corner, and I can make it worthwhile if you drop all the claims, she says. Kungund, and nah. Marching to war it is. My people are hungry. They're hungry for more stone, and also hunting grounds. That would be great. There's my target. And wait a second. Where's my retinue? I think they're a bit behind, right? There they are. Well, actually, the archers are behind. Gotta check out where the battleground is. We can hover over that. So here. So I need to get my troops inside of that. Otherwise, I'm not having my claim here. Now we have the status of winning. Right? So now we just need to stay here around for 85 days. And as expected, she's not fighting back. Or he. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna send my archers and my spearmen back home again. This might prove risky. Let's keep the archers around, you know, just in case, and get the spearmen back home, back to their workplace. Because it's not good to use your whole workforce when we also just use these guys here. Should be enough, right? The retinue is strong enough. But once again, I'm not expecting much resistance. In the meantime, the first 3 roof tiles are coming in right down here. They're busy, finally producing something. By the way, they also consume fuel, of course. But we are really stuffed with charcoal, so this should be fine. And since we have no more living space, it might be also safe to expand the neighborhoods, expand the city. And yeah, we're probably gonna close it in here towards the clay, right? There you go, with another block. And then we could have a road here that goes around that over here, where we can then make the connection. And this area, let's keep this available for now. That's a lot of new houses anyway. More taxpayers, that is. And speaking about taxpayers, it might also be worth our while to upgrade a few of the existing ones already, like these guys here. Because that's just more tax income. Every single tier 2 house that we have pushes my regional wealth, and we need more of that. Can also have an overlay. There it is. Shows me exactly what kind of tier we have there. All right. Oh, yeah, that's the goats here. And let's also push 4 more people. Very good. And down here we have now also once again some goat sheds. And if I'm really serious about my shoe business, we need even more. I mean, shoe business is not so bad. 73 shoes we have in right now. Yeah, why not? Let's go ahead and do what is necessary. The shoes, we're exporting them already, right? So let's make a minimum of 50 shoes. And I'm also going to establish a trade route for this, right? So we can now sell shoes predictable for 7 coin each piece. This is quite valuable. So this is going to be one of my major export goods. Yeah, the manor. Gonna take some time. The chopping continues. Very good. Of the central tree here. And, oh no, she, or he actually begs again. Oh, it's a she. Yeah, it's a she actually. It's a pleasure to meet you. Yet another dog that has crawled here. Actually, all of this costs me influence. My claims are non-negotiable. I need my stone. Got some nice space here too. By the way, we still have this area here in the center. Let's also have some higher density housing there again. Right, so it's probably gonna go up here. Then here, this is fine. And then I could also have some normal houses here again. Let's just see how we can make this work. Yeah, that's probably not gonna work like that. Okay, he doesn't want me to have it like so. Since I do need some stone, I'm going in and actually will import a bit. Still gonna take some time before I get some stone here in, right? We're gonna say up to 40 probably. Really? It's getting pathetic. Stop it. Construction at the manor continues. That's also just lovely to see because it's actually a pretty big project, right? So the game is very detailed about this, which I really like. You know, so everybody has got his own job. Some of them are chopping away the trees. Others are preparing the actual construction side. You know, the shoveling I think is over for the foundation here in the center. It's very detailed, making room for the wall, right? That will then also pass through here. Beautiful to see, honestly. Gonna take a long time. Actually, the materials are in already. We got the full 85 planks already sitting around. All the logs and all the stone. It's all about manpower now. I was already wondering if my eyes deceive me. It looks like winter, but it's August. So I think we got a drought right now. Yes, we have. Look at that. No more water, no more fish. The oxen is shocked in midair. In the middle, quite peacefully, quite uneventful. Something comes to an end. Civilized, that is. And that's the siege of this territory. Or, well, the conquest, you might call it. Let's just see what happens. Peace declared. And it's ours. With that, it's our color, which is beautiful. We keep the rubble, it seems. Oh, look at that. We take over the housing. So we got Mandlach now. Okay, this is something completely new. We have all the 59 families? Wait a second. This is not starting from scratch? So let me get this straight. Wait a second. This is seriously insane right now. We just doubled our population because the people in Mandlach actually also belong to us now. Together with a low approval rating, 1,900 regional wealth, 0 food supplies, but 120 fuel supplies months. That's all the coal that is in here. This is hilarious. Yeah, we have no food here, but a lot of firewood now, thanks to all the cutting away. We actually also keep the buildings. That's a huge surprise to me. I love it. Very nice. And we even have a deep mine. Look at that, with salt in it. Fantastic. Alright, I'm just very afraid to unpause the game now. Because people will probably starve. What could we do ASAP to make rid of this? The problem is also it's August. We got 59 families that have no home. They will probably freeze to death. A lot of them will probably freeze, yep, to death. I cannot transfer people around. So we quickly need to decide what we are doing with this. We cannot rebuild because we do not have logs. But what I can see is we would be able to actually rebuild. All right, that is good. Let's start immediately with, because we got a nice tree here. This is exciting, honestly. I did not expect to have something like this. I would like to build a lumber camp right away, but we have no logs for it. So we need to delete something that would give me logs. I'm gonna immediately build me a hunting cabin over here. By the way, there's one, but it seems to be stuck, so this is not something I can do. And I'm also gonna immediately build me a gathering, if that's possible, for the berries over there, but we still lack the logs. Got the woodcutter. Look at that. Now that I've assigned the families, this is actually adjusting. Okay, we did not double our population. There are in fact only 6 families in this territory, right? They're now starting to cut a bit. Do we have any tools, by the way? Oh, we don't have any tools, so this will not be working for long. Thank you very much. Another royal tax increase. 200 we need to pay now annually. And by the way, I just wanted to show this as well. In the middle of all of that, we have finished the manor at its very basic form, right? So this is a tier 1 manor now, castle, where we reside right now. And yes, by the way, I totally know, of course, we can walk around ourselves as well. Haven't done it yet because I've used it plenty in the past, and it doesn't give me that much, honestly. Walking around, I think the cinematic camera is just more fun. But look at that. Yeah, we can have a nice hike here, of course, and look down there onto the lake. We're probably going to adjust the wall at some point so that we have a direct access then to that lake view. Or, of course, if we upgrade that house here, we can also then have a look from up there or from that tower. There's the tax office, very important, that we properly tax our citizens. And this, or we are just very tall, or this is this is not a very good height, honestly. I think we're just very tall. Could be. The primary problem we have with Mandlach right now is, beside my food problem, of course, also is that we do not have any logs to build me that lumber camp. So the storehouse, I'm definitely going to keep, of course, because that's important. The few remaining buildings we have, we should be able to, first of all, get rid of the rubble. Do we get anything back there? No, we don't. There's this deep mine. Of course, it's tempting, but I think we don't need that. Does the deep mine give me anything? Nope, unfortunately, it does not. Because I'm trying to get logs here now. This is also not something I can do. This is rubble. Anything coming out of this? Nope, no logs so far. We got some rubble here. Even going that far and destroying the manor house, this actually gave me now timber. And with that timber, we can immediately start now building me... Not enough goods? What? Oh, wait a second. We also need tools. We need 1 tool. We don't have that. Where the heck do I get my tools from? Let's stop the construction everywhere. Perhaps there's some tools queued in. Okay, let's try and barter. That's my next option. Let's build up a pack station. We just need 1 log for this. And I'm also going to build me a pack station up here in Sleepy Hollow, right where we have our store area, right? So it makes sense to have this pack station here, close to all of this. And then we should be able to transport tools over into this region, if it's not completely bugged out on me. But I'm trying my best here. The manor house gave me the logs that we need, right? So it's already been transported. We still have some ox left, very good. And we still have some pack stations left that are functional. So this is great. And at least those 2 people here should survive the winter. Yeah, very good. Firewood is coming in. We still don't have any food. So the hunting camp, I'm gonna build again because I stopped it, but the hunting camp doesn't cost anything, right? So we should be able to just place it there and hope that it is working out for us. Okay, burgage plot. No, don't build the burgage plot yet. I know we need housing, but we need tools. That's the primary thing right now. Stable has been rebuilt. That's great. And by the way, we are, of course, taxing this area here already, as far as I know, right? So we should be already... No, wait a second. Without a manor house, we're not taxing the area. So no money comes in from this area for now. The hunting camp is finished. Let's assign 2 families to this right away and start hunting the deer. Very important. Okay, pack station has been finished. Let's assign someone to that. And let's barter with Sleepy Hollow. And we send them... What do we have to send? Stone. Firewood. We can send them firewood. That's what my town was at some point. And we receive, please, tools. And let's just see how that works. Let's also do the same thing here in Sleepy Hollow. Pack station. Let's assign someone to that. And we're gonna trade with Mandlach. We're gonna send them tools. Where are my tools? Right up here. And we receive, yeah, firewood. It's gonna be a lot of firewood. And very good. Heinz is already starting transporting. So this should work out. And there, the families are on the way now. Transporting. Flooding Sleepy Hollow with cheap firewood. That we don't really need. We don't have a lot of firewood. We can process that into coal right away. So this is gonna work out. And so a great trade partnership begins between Mandlach and Sleepy Hollow. And I just hope that they will survive through the ages. Since Mandlach still has horses, they're also gonna use the horse to transport things back and forth. Great stuff indeed. They have something we don't even have in Sleepy Hollow. In the meantime, our great tavern has been upgraded. And okay, it got bigger overall, right? And we can also assign now 2 more families to it to get the entertainment supply going. What I noticed right away while we're here at the market, that with the growth of my town, we are coming close to the granary supply limit again. And the problem here is that the granary is now fully staffed, right? So I cannot add more here. So we will soon run into the problem that we cannot supply the population anymore. So what we need to do is we need to start a second granary. What I noticed, we don't have any logs. How is that possible again? Please tell me. We do have the logging camp. Not enough families assigned. Yeah, we could give it a livestock too, by the way. And oh, we still had the... I get it. We still had the... This one here is set as a logging area, right? But there's no trees anymore, so should have done this earlier. But now that we managed 2 territories, it's getting a bit tricky keeping track of everything. Another thing we should be doing to speed up trading, as we noticed that people are using this route here right now to trade with Sleepy Hollow, which of course is bollocks because they have to walk all the way up here through my farmland. We can also just go straight here. And let's go ahead and do this. We have this area. The main tricky thing here is the hunting area. We do not want to push this any further away. So I'm actually gonna use this area here to build me my next road. Next, what I would like to do is we have the tools. 2 tools are in. Free, glorious rechoice and whatnot. Let's build me the logging camp. Super, super important. And with that out of the way, we will be able now to continue doing some timber work again. And also, a bit of food is coming in from the hunting grounds. Very good. Small game. There is a chance that we might actually survive with a couple of families here during this very first winter of Mandlach. I can't believe it. We'll just see. We'll just see. There's some burgages here, so let's continue. Where should we have the next burgages? I think... Okay, there it's finished. Let's assign a family to that. Oh, we do not have any families left. In Mandlach now. We have 2 at the hunting camp. And we don't need them at the woodcutter lodge, right? Because we have way too much anyway. So this is not necessary. Rather here, I would like to assign 2 families right away. And they're now gonna fell some trees. And oops, also, of course, set this area as my next. Let's also rebuild the manor house. It's actually just gonna be a small one, once again. Yeah, here at this good old location. And this also provides housing, right? Building this one. Sorry, let's also do the road real quick. City planner players would say I have to work with the terrain here. But it's Middle Ages, so let's just go ahead with this. I don't know what this is, by the way. Some natural paths or something. Let's just get the way up here. Look at that. That's beautiful. And we're then pushing right here into my town. Right? And with that, we have established now a beautiful connection all the way down into Mandlach. Next granary, let's push this one also up here again. They can stay together. Also, it's close to the farming area, so that's exactly what we want. Keep transportation times short, and yeah, food-wise, it's really not a big deal. Especially the vegetables are coming in like crazy. 115 carrots we have stored right now. No one is ever gonna eat that many carrots. But at least we got them. So far so good. I'm super happy with how this episode went. We not only got lots of influence in the beginning, we conquered a territory, we took it over, it's in our management now. We built a manor, a first version. Now we have endless supply of stone potentially coming in. And with that, we can start a whole new industry that was also added with the update. So a lot of new things, lots of new buildings that we're going to see in the next episode of Manor Lords. Hope you enjoyed this one. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.